Welcome. Are you the next boss chick? Today we are starting the Are You the Next Boss Chick series, and today we're going to dive into you and your career. But first of all, let me wish all of you ladies out here who this pertains to a happy Women's Small Business Month. Yes, October is honoring the women who are in small business. Or if you're aspiring to be in a small business, now is the perfect time to dive into all of the opportunities. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of trainings and everything's going on, but it's time for you to boss up. Are you the next boss chick? Because it's time for you to ramp up your career and rev up your career path so that you can be the next boss. It's time to boss up. Who's ready to boss up? So the narrative has always been that within your lifespan or your career path, you will change careers at least 3 to 7 times. And I can attest to that because me personally, I started off in retail. I worked at Walmart for a while. Then I went to being a substitute teacher. From a substitute teacher, I went to become a full-time teacher. After the full-time teaching gig, I went into a school counselor. After being a school counselor, I went into being an LPC. And after an LPC, I am now at my set place of being an entrepreneur therapist in my own private practice. So that's at least 6 different career paths I have been through without my lifespan. And guess what? I finally found the one, the passion, my purpose, the career that I love as a business owner, a professional licensed therapist, and I'm here to stay. So that is to say that is that you have to sometimes rev up your career so that you could be the boss chick that you've always dreamed and desired to be in your career. Women today have skyrocketed in the world of business, in the world of corporations, skyrocketed to top level entrepreneurial endeavors, CEO positions. Women today have skyrocketed by at least 42% in the career ventures since 2019. Why? The number one tip would be to set your visions into reality. First of all, you have to set your vision, right? You have to have this dream. You have to turn your thoughts into your dreams. First, you have thoughts like you're thinking about, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. You have the thoughts. Then you have to put your into dreams, which means, okay, first I want to do it. Now, what am I going to do? And how do I envision myself making those thoughts of what I want to do for my career a reality? And once you turn those thoughts into your dreams, then you start believing that you will make those things come true into your career. You have to set your vision into motion. Women do it all the time, and you can too. That's how you're going to become the next boss chick. Second, have you heard of, and I know a lot of you probably have, of Madam C.J. Walker? She has been deemed the first documented entrepreneur, right? African American entrepreneur, female entrepreneur. Anyway, you've heard of her legacy of she started off. If you watch the documentary that was on for a while about Madam C.J. Walker, but she started off as working in for a lady who had hair care products, right? She was the person that the lady tested the hair care products on. And I guess she didn't like the way the hair care products were. She had this vision of how to make hair care products better. She had the vision. And so after she had this vision, she dreamed about her vision. And then she started doing things to set her vision into motion. So after you have that thought, you turn your thought into a dream, which then becomes your vision because you start believing that you can make that vision manifest. Then you go after the vision. You just can't sit around saying, oh, like Madam C.J. Walker did. She sat around for a while and let the lady use her own hair care products on her. But then she had a vision, and eventually she got up and she set her vision into motion. She started doing things, taking action steps to make her dream of having this awesome hair care line She set that vision into motion by putting in the work. She put some action steps in place to make her vision become a reality. Her dream became a reality because she went after it. And what about all of the other women who are a driving force in the economy today, in society, just doing their thing, being the boss that we are designed to be? We have been the driving force in the world today. How? There are things that you have to do. How do you put those things into action? Well, one thing is that if you talk to any woman who is doing her thing, who's being that boss chick, she would tell you that there is a community of women that she has connected to, or men. Men can give you great insight too about the business world and how to excel in your career. But it was a community. And so you have to have that community that's going to support you, have that same vision, give you tips and tools of how to make your vision a reality. They're there for you. Community is important. So either you can join a community who is associated with your dream or whatever you're trying to do in your career or whatever area you need to improve in. Join a community that's going to give you the support, the tips and tools that you need to boss up. And there's associations, say for me, for instance, I'm in a lot of counseling associations, a lot of counseling communities that I go to meetings. Right now it's on Zoom because of COVID, but still in all, we still have that connection. And I listen to their stories and their dreams and their tips and tools, and they listen to mine, and they give me inspiration and support and let me know that the dreams that I have, that I've turned into a vision, they're possible. And then they help me with those action steps of how to make my dreams and visions a reality. So there's a process to being the next boss chick, right? You just don't wake up in the morning and have that thought and think that the next week or month or year, that vision, that thought is going to be a reality. There's a step to being a boss chick, right? So you have to ask yourself, are you the next boss chick? What are you doing in your career to make sure that you are bossing up and going after your purpose and passion, your dreams becoming visions, and your visions are becoming reality by putting those steps in place, joining the community, doing the things that you need to do, getting insight, lessons, tips, and tools that you need so that you can become that boss chick that you envision yourself being. So this is another thing that I want you to do to help that vision, your dream, become a reality. You have to start mapping it out, right? Once again, as I said, you just can't wake up in the morning and say, hey, I have this thought, and think that thought is just going to become reality without mapping it out and putting some things in place. And I come across women all of the time who say, well, wait a minute, I don't know what I want to do. I don't even know what that is. What is the thing that I want to do? My career, my next step, my next boss chick move. Well, here are some things that you can start doing today that can help you map out what you want your passion and your dream career to be. If you go online and you Google is your best friend. Google some career inventories, and there are several that are free that you can get for free. But you Google it, you take a couple of those career inventories. If you want something that's going to give you a little more substance, you might have to pay a couple of dollars to get, a more advanced career inventory. But the free ones will work for purposes of what we're talking about today. So you take those free career inventories, and they can do one or two things, depend on the type of career inventory that you come across. Number one, it can give you a lot of characteristics and personalities based off how you answer the questions, right? So make sure you answer the questions truthfully. So they'll tell you a lot of characteristics and personality traits that you have that can steer you into the right career path. So say if it says, hey, you're nurturing, you love people, then, you might have an opportunity to work as a nurse or a teacher, because those types of careers are nurturing and they like to be around a lot of people all of the time. You have to be a people person. Or it can tell you exactly what type of careers match your personality. So those career inventories can give you a tool for one or two ways. They can give you a list of personalities and characteristics that can steer you into the right career path where you can boss up. or it can give you some examples of some careers that can guide you based off of the way you answered your questions and the personality traits that it calculates on those career inventories. So take a career inventory. Number two, another way that you can find your passion and your purpose to gear you towards your career to help you boss up and be that boss chick is think about when you were a kid, what did you used to role play as? What was your passion as a kid? Me personally, I remember a time as a kid when I used to play teacher. I used to make all the assignments, have my little fake classroom, all of my fake students, grading papers, giving tests, giving out assignments, teaching. But where I messed up at is that I didn't follow that passion and that purpose when I became an adult and I started going to college. I went into the nursing field. But guess what? I quickly changed into what my purpose and passion originally was, because once I started taking those classes, I've realized that I didn't like blood. And so I got out and went back into pursuing my dream and love and passion as a teacher. The thing that I used to work on as a kid and role play as a kid, I ended up becoming it. So my dream and my thoughts became that reality. But what I messed up at is what a lot of people do is that you pursue careers that you don't love because people tell you that's where the money is and that's where the opportunities are. But let me tell you, if you do what you love and you're passionate about, the money is going to come anyway. But if you're going to a career based off of solely because someone says that it offers a lot of money and a lot of opportunity, you're still not going to make the money and you're not going to make the advanced opportunity because you're not going to like the job. You're going to have a lot of days that you're going to miss work or not want to go to work or not perform at your peak potential because you don't like the job. So you have to explore your passions and your purpose. And sometimes, for my instance, it took me, I went through a couple of career paths. A lot of them I still am passionate about, and I was passionate about and still am today. Even though I'm not in that career path anymore, but I still was passionate about it at that time, it's still all bridged together. And it got me to my set place of today where I consider myself in my own world, my own right, a boss chick, right? So are you the next boss chick? A boss chick is someone who is savvy, someone who is successful, and she holds down her own in her own lane. Well, guess what I have for you to help push you to become that next boss chick? Today, hot off the press, this is the first launch of it, is I have created an ebook, the 411 Top Secrets to Be the Next Boss Chick. Are you ready to be the next boss chick? This ebook, now only $2.99, is a perfect pivot to help you to know what the industry is looking for, to know what you need to do on a personal and professional level to help you become the next boss chick. You can download it, $2.99. It's an ebook at bit.ly/the 411 ebook. The link is scrolling across the screen, and also it is in the description. So get that ebook. It's real inexpensive, only for a limited time. So you need to grab it so that you can be the next boss chick. And all of this month of October and November, we are going to continue helping you to develop those skills that you need to become the next boss chick. Remember, it is Women's Small Business Month. So if you are inspiring to be a businesswoman, or if you are currently in a position and a job, and you're thinking of what your next moves can be, this month is for you. This whole month and next month of Girl Talk with Virginia is for you, because we're going to help you to become the next boss chick. Get your ebook, start putting your steps in place, have your thoughts, turn your thoughts into dreams, your dreams into visions. Once you have that vision set, to make it become reality, you need to put some steps in place, some action steps, act on your vision and your dreams. And most importantly, make sure you connect to a community that will help you to boss up and become the next boss chick. I'll see you next week for the next episode of Girl Talk with Virginia. We're going to be diving into part 2 of You and Your Career, giving you some more tips and tools and strategies of how you can be the next boss chick. See you next week. And of course, be bold, be blessed, be a believer, and also remember, you're going to be that next boss chick. See you next week.